If you ever hang out with 6-year-old AJ, here's a tip.
You think tricks, babe?
Make sure to wear good walking shoes,
How you gonna get him upstairs, AJ?
because you'll need them just to keep up.
I can't do it.
He's very active.
That's his mom, Angela.
He likes to be silly and have a good time. His favorite thing is basketball.
I think it's in.
All of this is pretty remarkable for AJ and his North Carolina family when you consider the path they used to be on.
He couldn't hold a pencil. He couldn't tie his shoes. He couldn't button buttons.
His mom says he's been diagnosed with sensory processing disorder, something she and her husband discovered when he was 4, but traced back to when he was a baby.
One of the first things that happened when he was born is they said he couldn't keep his temperature, and I was like, what does that mean? They kept taking him out and putting him under light and bringing him back in.
As he got older, his motor skills were off. He had trouble walking, sounds were irritating, calming him down could be a struggle, much of it related to his senses.
When we did the psychological assessment, the psychologist she was amazed. She was like, I've never seen a child who has sensory needs across all of the domains.
So they started occupational therapy, captured here by his mom, to help regulate his senses. And it was working, but...
And I said to my husband, I said, how are we gonna make this work for an entire year?
Some nights we was up, after he go to bed, it was like, well, what can we shift, or how can we get this money for this copay?
The assessment, along with regular therapy sessions, cost thousands of dollars. Enter the United Healthcare Children's Foundation.
Our therapist is the one who told us about it.
They applied and, like so many before them, realized they weren't alone after all.
I was definitely relieved, it's a weight lifted off of you.
And without the United Healthcare Children's Foundation,
We wouldn't be in OT. He wouldn't be making the progress that he's making.
8 plus 6. 14.
and the progress continues.
Shocked us the other day. We were in a grocery store and he spoke to another child. We were like, my husband and I were like, we just looked at each other, we were like, did he just speak to somebody?
That just makes me overjoyed, so.
Progress, big and small.
He tied his shoe for the first time. I was just like, oh, we've made it, we've arrived. He can tie his shoes.
Progress that has set this family on a path they all can walk together a bit easier.
The quote-unquote typical child they do all of these things, but when you have a child who can't, then every small step is like a giant leap. And we couldn't do that without you guys. So thank you. Thank you very much.